back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Gotta see me now.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
We go set, 30 base. Come on, baby. 80 weapons. Leo. That's all right. Shoot.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game as we just saw there.
Now this throw caught left side. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Costello. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey. You go tight. You go. Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Running with Howard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He pitches it, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll run here with Lindsay. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing his lock on third down. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
At the 23-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
On the set.
50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, with the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Hey, Alpha.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Go. Look, squeeze.
I hope you brought your left, because I'm going to hit it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Back. Look at me, zipper. Hey, shoot. Now.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right. 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man. Complete. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Jumper, 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 jumper. 6-6, bullet high. 52. Check 3, check 3.
A give, running right, Lindsey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Break.
50, Mike's 50. I'm not ready. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
24 is the mic.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Ready up.
51, Mike 51.
Check. Hey, wahoo!
Check.
Yep.
51 to my boy, 51. We own it. We own
Fight.
To throw on third down. Costello. And he's got his man Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Back to throw. Costello. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Second and 3. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. As the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Ready, break.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Block working out of the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-17. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Ready. Speed trip.
On first down, it's Howard. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
70, Indy.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Clock now on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Charlie!
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
91. Pilot, 64. Weak. Hey, Haywood. 5.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Colts 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Be dribble.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
5.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, Delta. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Costello looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 82 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To try again after the sack. Lock, screen pass to Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On 3rd down, Lock. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello, wide open receiver, complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, lock it.
On 1st down, it's Howard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Hey, wahoo! Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw on third down. Costello. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Bryant down for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Bryant is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Buying time to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, team 6.
Back to throw. Costello. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready up.
21, check back 21. Here we go.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. But it'll be second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
10-2 stop. Put up.
I got it.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Hey, over.
From the gun, Costello. That's caught by Howard. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
We got this.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Clock now to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Jackrabbit, come on.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They look to throw. It's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Lock going to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Lock. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.